So the Expendables are back and was supposed to be the start of a brand new trilogy. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It's time to get loud.
Let's fly, baby! So we got half of the Expendables coming back in Expend4BLES, and now this time around, we have gotten back to the R-rated glory that was supposed to be Expendables 3, and they learned from that mistake and made this one rated R. And the violence in this movie is absolutely a lot of fun, and that's exactly what you go for. You don't go for story in expendable movies. You just go for some great bloody actions, and that's what you semi get in this movie. What we have with Expend4BLES is a very generically predictable story that we've seen in a lot of action movies so many times that you know exactly how this movie is going to end, and that is where this movie left me disappointed. Now, I just barely recently watched the first two Expendables for the first time, and while I moderately enjoyed the first one, Expendables 2 is the one that really got me excited for Expend4BLES because they learned what made the Expendables fun. You had all of your favorite 80s and 90s action stars in one film and having a lot of fun. And when it came down to Expendables 3, they got rid of basically everybody to bring in new blood and widen the audience with a PG-13 rating. And while this movie brings back the hard R violence that you missed from Expendables 3, and a lot of the action sequences I thought were fine. They were fun enough. The story for this movie is where it just basically lost me. I haven't came out of a movie this disappointed since probably Kingsman: The Golden Circle, because I was really looking forward to this movie. We were going back to basics, basically what made the second one a lot of fun, and they basically didn't learn anything from the Expendables 3. You have a new team of members that are leading this expendable group because after something happens, it then turns into a revenge tale. You have Andy Garcia, who plays an old friend of Barney, and they have a past together, and I was just not interested in his character. I thought it was lazily written. You have Iko Uwais as the villain of this film, and it was just a forgettable villain. I did not like him in this movie. He doesn't have a clear motive of what he's trying to do. He is just a generically bad villain that was badly written and had nothing to do besides showing off his great fighting skills. Then you also have Megan Fox, who plays Jason Statham's new girlfriend, and the chemistry between these two wasn't there. When you first get introduced to Megan Fox in this movie, she is overly cooking the performance because she was just turning it up a notch, and it was just getting so annoying that I was really hoping we weren't going to be able to follow her for a majority of this movie, and you follow her for the last half. And while I think she does a better job in the last half of the film, when she first gets introduced, she is just overcooking it, and I was just not able to buy the chemistry between Jason Statham and Megan Fox. When it comes down to Jacob Scipio, who plays Antonio Banderas' son from Expendables 3, he made me want to blow my brains out. He was overly obnoxious, and I would just wanted this character to just go away. Jason Statham is doing his very best to save this movie from being a train wreck, but not even he is able to save this movie because I am missing what made the first two Expendables fun, and that was our core cast that we were following. Everybody else has been replaced by different characters. It is every action film that you have seen several times before. You know the exact beats that this movie is going to take, and it tries to go in surprising ways that you don't even buy for a second because you know exactly how this movie is going to turn out. This movie is predictable, it's stupid, and it's not fun. While it brings back the hard R violence that we see in the Expendables and the Expendables 2, they didn't learn anything from the Expendables 3 and just made this movie lazily, and it was just a drag to get through. But overall, I'm going to go ahead and give Expend4BLES a 2 out of 10. But those are my thoughts on Expend4BLES. Are you guys excited for this movie, or are you just done with the franchise? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know which one is your favorite out of the franchise.